Hi, welcome back to channel TrainStation2. Alright, an event walkthrough of this first responders event, and of course, from the website itself, you can see here when you try to rock someone's wall, be careful not to cause an earthquake. Let's put on our high visibility jackets and hard hats. The first responders need your help. Alright, so it's about 3 weeks event, and of course you can check the remaining time under this icon here. Interesting icon after all. Alright, next up I'm going to check out the map itself. Alright, the map of this whole event. You can see here a huge one, and of course the raw materials, two of them. One of course is food. Can you guess the next one? Cloth. Alright, so these two raw materials will make into 6 factory materials, alright, which we call it the factory or the event factory itself. Alright, besides food rations, you have tentage or tents in short, then you have water barricades, crisis aid, medical supplies, and last but not least, fire hose. Alright, so all this are your event factory items you can construct here, which is what they call the event factory. Alright, of course, when you do all this, end of the day, you earn event currencies. They have this event keys, which you call it responder keys, then responders coin as well. Keys go towards getting the 4 trains if you're lucky, and if there's a special building, and the coins of course go towards one of the legendary, the 1000 coin train. Alright, so there are 3 contractors here, Darko, Derniak, and Shkir. So of course they will give you jobs. Again, when it comes to the event, I'll share with you whether it's a 99% strategy or we're gonna go 100%. It depends. Alright, so maybe I'll share more when the event starts. Sometimes it depends on the job. Alright, so of course the very short tip is look at the ceiling of the job. The ceiling of the job basically is 30/30 kind of jobs, a high ceiling. Normally those are the ones that you should stop at 99%. If the ceiling is /5 or /10, those are the ones that you should do 100%. Alright, in short, there are 6 competitions to go, so just take note of all these precious moments that you basically got to gain those coins, alright, the event coins, the currency that I've spoken earlier. Why so? Try your best to get all the coins so you can change for the 1000 coin legendary. And of course, first 3, I always say focus on the first 3 competitions because they're the easiest of all. And of course, if it's a 99% strategy, most of the time in the 5th or the 6th ones, you'll see the difference. Alright, so the interesting parts, legendary train, there's an electric one. This is really nice, nice train here. And of course, the next one after this will be the epic train. I believe these are event keys trains. There's the last one later, I'll share with you the 5th train, which is the event coins one. Alright, so this is a rare train. And last but not least, there will be a common train. And this is the one I'm talking about, legendary 1000 event coins train. And of course those spenders, you will have one more. If you buy the event pass, you may get this rare train. Right, so of course on top of that you get extra factories and whatnot. Good luck dispatches. Right, so sharing with you right now, which is container opening. Why am I opening containers? Yes, I have no choice here because ETO strategy is no longer working. So my best bet is really to have a good, nice fleet size and with appropriate or so-called good capacity or high capacity. Of course, it's relatively expensive. Getting more and more expensive actually to upgrade trains in terms of parts. I'm totally going to be dry up to, of course, the coins in terms of the gold dried up as well. So I've got about 500,000 now. I think it's in the thousands, so you can see how much it costs to upgrade trains itself. Okay, so in this mini event right now that of course everybody's playing, Train Tycoon, it's nothing new. Every time in between major events there will be 1, 2, or even 3 mini events. So depending, normally it'll be 2. One will be Train Tycoon and then Delivery Challenge, but this time around they swapped the sequence. Usually it's Train Tycoon first, followed by Delivery Challenge, but we experienced the swap this round. Alright, so they did opposite. They did Train Tycoon later, which is now. So of course in Train Tycoon, how to prepare for this is really get all the building upgrades ready, but don't do anything because this is one of the requests in the Train Tycoon. get factories all filled to the brim. Alright, so some of you may be asking about 5 building technique. This is it. Always keep the high level buildings, put up low level ones. So this I'm going to keep next, of course, because it's easier to upgrade low level buildings to relatively increase population, faster speed, of course. Some of you may be asked why 5 buildings and not lay out all buildings. Apparently it's tested and trial method. This is the fastest way you get a building request. Of course, you can lay out all your buildings if you want to, but apparently I think people have tested it and I tried it. Indeed, it is the case. Lay out 5 building, put the 5 building technique in place, population increase really fast. Request keeps on coming. There will always constantly be 4 requests. So with 4 requests, you've been away those that needs a lot of blue maps because you squeeze you dry. Alright, so the other 2 color maps, I have tons of it, but blue maps, no, none of it. Greedy Captain, I'm not going to give you much and I'm going to ask a lot. So really, blue maps are really precious. So if they ask for 20, 30 blue maps, bin that job away, i.e. bin that building request away. And then the next one will be generated on your 5th building, i.e. we need 5 buildings to work. Alright, so don't put up 6 or 7 or 8 buildings. No, it doesn't work that way. Why not just 4 buildings? Apparently it's try and test it again. I've tried 4 building technique, I've tried 5 building techniques. Apparently 5 building techniques is still the best in terms of speed of generation of requests, in terms of the request they gave you, and in terms of population increase. This is try and test it, and I enjoy it, so I hope you do too. Okay, so then what's the benefit of doing all this population increase? Increased population, you have a huge population, you can do warehouse upgrade. So why warehouse upgrade? Warehouse upgrade is because you need a huge warehouse to win competitions. Why win competitions? Yes, lots of questions. Yes, I understand that. So perfectly fine. Ask anything you want. I will try to reply it in the comments. If not, I'll try to share all the answers I could now since I'm talking. So why do you want to win competitions? Because in major events like what you're going to get next is the first responder. Every time you win competitions, you get a good number of coins, and with the good number of coins, you got to save up 1000 event coins, and then you could exchange for a legendary train that I've showed you earlier, the diesel one, the last one, right? So how about event keys? Yes, along the way when you do those jobs, you earn EP. EP contributes towards ranking chart. That's what you try to achieve in competition. First, you get a good number of event coins, and second, and so forth. But the same time, when you do the job, you get event keys. Alright, so in the event keys, they save up and you can exchange it like 4000 event keys for legendary and so on and so forth. And if there's special building, normally it's 500, and the common train is also 500. There will be a dilemma whether you should choose a common train or special building. You come to that kind of instances, special building, because special building is plus 80 population. Every single building upgrade I'm doing right now using the 5 building technique is between 3 to 6 or 8 maximum population. So you just imagine that one building give you 80 population. That costs you a lot of building upgrades requests, which includes blue maps. Alright, so really there's no thing about, it's a no-brainer. Common train, special building, comparison, special building, simple as that. Alright, so of course try to collect as many trains as possible. Upgrades legendary trains, which is the event one with 80 capacity, not your region one with 60 capacity. Alright, you're wasting it if you're upgrading your region trains. Legendary trains 80 capacity makes you fly in terms of ranking chart, and if I do not recall wrongly, I think I got it in USA, 2 times of the 80 capacity legendary and 1 of the 60 legendary capacity. Yes, I did mention it's a waste of coins or parts, but that is what I learned during USA. Okay, so with that, with the 80, 80 and 60 capacity legendary trains, then I was like king of the train. Alright, so in the legendary requests, I could easily send out it in one go, and we could complete that good number of EPs. Alright, so I was creating a few hundred EP gaps between myself at the first place and the second place. That's only when you have good capacity trains, so it's relatively important. Is it how do you get more trains? How do you get increasing capacity? Alright, so in terms of fleet size, how do you get more trains? There is only one method, which is using the keys itself. The keys, the meta keys, you can see 6000 over. I've been saving a lot. Normally, you try to save and stop spending key when you're at a midpoint, which means assuming you're at 200 level and you're going to 300 level, you'll go to the next region. 250, stop spending keys, save up to all the way so that in 300 you cross the new region, use those keys, and then get the containers. Do you get it straight away? Yes, you could. You could spend all your keys you want, get 100 key container or 200 keys container. My bet is always 100 key container, because with more chances you get collections, and of course even with extras you can just sell them off and then get the parts. But that's only when you are sure that you don't need those extra or duplicate trains. Okay, never sell legendary, epic, or even rare trains. Common trains, I think, unless you got really a lot, you could go do so. Alright, so just do those measurements and you should be fine. Alright, so I'm going to show you a few. Don't be surprised, most of the time it is common trains, so there's nothing to be surprised about, because it's a 100 key container. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you may get rare. If you're really lucky, you get epic, and when you hit the jackpot, you get legendary. Alright, so 100 key container can get you legendary as well. Then why not spend 200 keys? Because in the 200 keys container, the probability, although is higher, but sometimes you do get common as well. So I do a mixture of 100 and 200 keys, sometimes just a lot better. Alright, so of course parts again is dependent on luck again, so watch those videos, get more parts, and of course do those upgrades. This is where I am right now, Train Tycoon, 2nd place. I realize I'm fighting really tough people. Alright, so thank you for watching, do like and subscribe, and good luck to you. Goodbye.